So, as season 2 had just begun, we made a tier list stating what I thought the best marches were gonna be for the season. So, let's just reflect on how the season went and what the actual best marches ended up being. So, in this video, we're gonna be discussing the best marches, by far the best performers for every troop type in the game right now, varying from T5s to T4s to every single thing, just the absolute best. What is up, guys? MEOWER here, back with a brand new Call of Dragons video. So, Season 2 is closing to an end for me, and a lot of players are also approaching Season 2, while others are approaching Season 2 Plus. So, it's important to realize what the best marches are going to be going into this brand new map, this brand new experience, and just trying to be one step ahead of the curve so you can get the best results and end up getting so much merits as well, as much as so many other players. So, we're going to be breaking down the best marches for each and every troop type so far, in my opinion, and from what I've seen and from what I've asked around from multitude of players who have all exceeded over 25 million merits and so on and so forth, and some players have more, way more than that. So we're gonna be starting off with the usual, the mages. We made a prediction Lilia Velen was gonna be the best, and turns out our prediction was 100% correct. Lilia Velen is by far the best open field mage march, with Lilia primary, Velen secondary. It just does so much damage, it has so much utility. It's like just the jack of all trades mage march for now. I have seen as well Velen Woldir and Lilia Thea, and of course Lilia Alwyn, but the absolute best was always Lilia Velen, especially when they're both awakened. They just deal insane amount of DPS, skill damage DPS rather, and just control the field so well. For archers, Syndrome Freygar by far the absolute best performing March right now in terms of raw DPS and raw damage. We also said that Hoskinara was going to be as equally OP, and we ended up being 100% correct. Hoskinara is like the star of the season for me personally. This March is like the AoE archer we never really knew we had. It's the best counter for mages right now, and Syndrome Freygar is the absolute best DPS March in the entire game right now. It's the best for PvP, it's the best for PvE. There's nothing this March can't do except survive if focused. Next up, we got Infantry. Madeline Garwood, the star of Infantry right now, the stars of Choke Point Gaming. Like, there's nothing really much else left to say about them except that, well, they just get work done and survive long enough to enable the rest of your marches to be useful. Next up for Cavalry, though. Cavalry, Ferrando Emrys has been the best performing March in the open field in terms of cavalry damage output and just the threat level on the field from this March, especially if you let it touch any of your backline, that backline is gonna get absolutely deleted. So be very careful when fighting this March because it's absolutely dangerous. It disables Syndrome Freygar, it disables Hoskinara, it disables your mages, it just disables everything because the moment that March is going to touch you, it's going to absolutely delete you. Flying marches in this season have had a great impact as well due to the sheer amount of choke points being present in the game and so much cliff, so much ramp, so much everything. But in my opinion, the best performing range flying march rather has been Ferrando Thea. We can see here Shed this report from Mayol, one of the bigger players in our server. Uh, his Ferrando Thea, as well as some other big players, Ferrando Thea just absolute menace on the field. It's like the absolute best flying march right now, especially with the Spring Warden, though if you ask me, should you switch to Spring Warden just to access this March? I would say it's not really that worth it because that's like the best March Spring Warden has. Everything else is just too mediocre. However, if you want to try it, you want to go have fun, run around the map, just farm kill, kill reinforcements, all that stuff, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, then by all means just go for it and give it a try. However, it's not the most optimal when it comes to an absolute open field full scale war. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now, for the replacements, we've had Bakshi for Cavalry, replay Bakshi Emrys, always the absolute classic of the Cavalry marches if you don't have your Ferondal up yet. My Ferondal personally is not that up just yet, but I'm probably gonna see if I can awaken him next season just to finish him up so I can continue with my progress of awakening every single commander I have. We're only missing Ferondal and Emrys right now. I'm working on Ferondal. Sorry, Frondel and Theodore right now. I'm working on Theodore from the daily deals. He's gonna take a while, but I'm in no rush. I'm not a garrison lead anyways, but that's a bit off topic. But it is what it is. For Cavalry, Theodore, I've seen him in the open field multiple times. He has not been that impressive. He is a bit tanky, but he's just not a threat like other marches. So use him with a grain of salt. Don't expect that much results with him in the open field, especially. Next up, for mages, we got uh, Alwyn, we got Waldir, both really solid, but Waldir is definitely a step above Alwyn. He's really solid in the field. He can CC, he does decent amount of damage, he brings a lot of utility to the marches. He's just an overall good all-rounder, especially if you want to run more than one mage march. I would say Velen Waldir or Waldir Velen, always the star of the CC slow, especially when Velen is awakened. Though which is the best awakened, which is the best primary, that will be up to you. But I personally think it's gonna be Waldir first, Velen secondary, due to access to the skill tree that will amplify Velen's damage to the max. Of course, you got other marches like Alwyn Lilia, or sorry, Lilia Alwyn. You got Lilia Thea. You got Alwyn. You got Atheist Thea. Like you got so many options when it comes to mages. Though the most optimal is of course Lilia Velen till we get more mage commanders. Next up for archers, we got our boy Nico. He's always useful, he's always nice. Just having him in your roster can never go wrong. Plus, there is the third archer march, which is Nico Thea or Nico Guanwin, if you so like that. Craig is not that viable though. I haven't seen any Craigs at all this season, and even if I did, they haven't really been that impressive. So I guess he's just really fallen off this season as more and more players progress. Though earlier on he was pretty good, but now he's just wah 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 wah. Next up for infantry, Nika. She's fallen off a cliff, and so has Bakar. Like Bakar wasn't even relevant to begin with, but Nika has absolutely fallen off the ramp that everyone keeps fighting on. It seems like when everyone was fighting on these ramps, Nika just took a nosedive and jumped off and has never recovered since. Bakar, not viable, don't use. You can also run in this on an infantry march, because the way in this works is that her heal only heals the people that are surrounding the target legion, so she can heal you and other infantry. She can also inflict infirm on the legion on the target in front of you, enabling your range marches to deal even more damage. So she is probably one of the better infantry commanders, I would say, because she does give them HP, and infantry do love HP, and she also reduces the counterattack damage you take from marches in front of you, making you that much tankier. Just a food for thought. Give it a shot. You never know. In this, sorry, Madeline, in this could be nice. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it out as well once my Indus is awakened. Huh? That's actually pretty smart. I like it. We also Pan, probably in the same category as Madeline Pan, maybe. She's still also a utility commander. Um, she's pretty decent, I would say, though she just grants onslaught. She's just a backline supporty commander. Actually, we're removing her. She's not viable in the open field. Same with Greg, same as Eliana, same as Bakar, and same as Alistar. I would say this is right now the best marches so far, though let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I would love to debate it with you if you have a different opinion, because of course everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Though from what I've seen and what I've asked around, these are the absolute best performing marches in the game right now, and they are guaranteed to propel you through the merit rankings. And I personally give them the seal of approval, or the seal of meow approval. Meow meow. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. And if you like content like this, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and be on the lookout because we got a big video coming soon. I'm so hyped for this video's release. It took us a long time to set it up. So if you're a big fan of archers, you're a big fan of any troop type, really, this series is gonna help you like excel so hard you wouldn't even know. And on that note, thank you for watching, and I will have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Meow meow.